Class 7. So today we'll start with a new chapter, chapter 6, sound. Okay. Now what is sound? You already know that sound is something which we can perceive with the help of our ears, right? We have learned in class 6 that light is a form of energy which causes sensation to our eyes. Sound is also a form of energy which causes sensation to our ears, right? Now, what is a thing which produces sound? How is sound produced? Sound is produced by a vibrating body. Any vibrating body will produce sound. Let's just see one thing. See, suppose you take a metal ruler, okay? I don't have a metal ruler with me at this moment, so I've taken this plastic ruler. You keep the metal ruler on the table and you place a book. You have this activity, okay? You can just try it at home because once the school reopens, I'll show you with the help of a tuning fork, okay? So what is a tuning fork? Tuning fork looks like this. It has got two arms. See, U-shape it, two arms known as these two arms, metallic arms. So when a tuning fork when you strike hard the tuning fork on a rubber pad, you can see the tuning fork, the arms of the tuning fork vibrating and sound being produced. I don't have that at home, so once the school reopens, just remind me once. I'll show you definitely in the class, okay? Now, but at home, what you can do, you can just try with the help of a metallic ruler. You know, this also will make the sound, but with the metallic ruler, you will be able to hear the sound much accurately, in a much better way. So just see, can you see the ruler vibrating? I don't know whether you can hear the sound. I can hear the sound, but can you see it's vibrating? It's vibrating like this. This is vibration. Okay, so when you will find that as long as the ruler is vibrating, sound is being produced. When it stops vibrating, sound is not produced. Okay, when you strike a drum with the help of, say, a stick or anything, you strike the membrane of the drum, membrane starts vibrating, sound is made. So the vibrating body, sound, the source of sound is a vibrating body. Okay. Now, for example, suppose when we are speaking, if you just keep your fingers here, you can actually feel the vibrations of your vocal cords. So the vibrations of vocal cord produces sound in human beings. Okay. So you have a small chart as different musical instruments. In this class, you don't have to study that. I'll just show you which one. See, this one, the musical instruments, you have a box. You don't have to study in this class. Okay, we'll do it in class 8. So, next, let's try to understand how is this sound traveling. Suppose you have a speaker from where sound is coming. The speaker is left at a certain distance from you. Where the speaker is left at a certain distance from you, but I'm standing here, I can hear the sound. That means sound is traveling, sound is being produced from somewhere and it's being traveling throughout this distance and it's reaching my ears. How is it possible? Sound travels how? Let's try to understand that. Suppose when a body is vibrating, you just saw the ruler, right? The ruler was vibrating, okay? So it's moving to and fro. Vibrating means moving to and fro. So when a body vibrates, okay, say for example, the ruler, when I placed it like this and it's vibrating and I can hear the sound also. So when it's vibrating, when a body vibrates, it will set its surrounding molecules into vibration. So what it does, it sets the surrounding molecules into vibration. Those molecules in turn, they will receive the sound energy and they will start vibrating, and what will they do? They will just pass on the sound energy to the neighboring molecules, which again will receive the sound energy and starts vibrating. Again they will pass on the energy to the neighboring molecules, which again in turn will start vibrating. I'll just give you a funny example. Suppose you have boarded a bus, a very crowded bus. Suppose people are standing all over, throughout the passage people are standing, but you find that in the last seat, in the last row of the bus, there is an empty seat. So you want to go to that seat. There is a seat reserved for the ladies in the last row. Okay. Now when you are boarding the bus, the passengers are, just imagine the situation. The passengers, they are standing in the bus. They are obviously standing close to each other. Now when you are trying to make your way, suppose you have just boarded and you want to make your way till the last seat, so you will obviously want to try to make your way through that crowded passage. What will the passengers do? Suppose just when you have boarded, the passengers in the front side, they will just move a bit, they will just do it something like this, or just tell you, okay, quickly pass away, right? And they'll just imagine the situation. What will they do? They will squeeze themselves and they will allow you to pass. And once you pass, they will again stand back in their normal position, right? Now you have reached the middle section of the bus. Say you have crossed 2, 3, 7, 8 passengers. Now you have reached another section in the passage. Those passengers now will squeeze and, okay, come on, quickly pass, and they'll let you pass. And again, as soon as you've passed them, they'll again relax and stand back in their original position, right? Like this, finally when you have made your way to the last seat, you will sit down. So throughout this time, did the passengers carry you on your shoulder and let's make you sit in the last seat, come with us? Did they say that? No, right? So they just allowed you to pass through the passage by themselves, changing their configuration, right? They are squeezing when you were passing through them. Then again you have passed, they are relaxing back and standing back in their original position. Again you are passing through the next set of passengers. They are doing the same. Again you are passing through the next set of passengers, right? Just like this, sound energy travels. So the vibrating body, they set the neighboring molecules into vibration. They pass the energy to them. Those molecules now will start vibrating and will set their neighboring molecules into vibration by passing the energy. Again they in turn will set their neighboring molecules into vibration by passing the energy. Like this, say this is a source of sound, this is a speaker, this is a source of sound. From there, sound energy will finally reach to my ears, the listener's ears, in this manner. So sound energy is traveling in the form of a wave. What is wave? Wave is nothing but a disturbance caused in a medium. So that means when you are boarding the bus, you are causing a lot of disturbance in the manner in which the passengers are standing. They have to squeeze themselves, let you pass, again stand back in the original position. Just like that, when sound is being transmitted, so actually it is being transmitted in the form of a disturbance, because the vibrating body sets the neighboring molecules into vibration. Those again set the neighboring molecules into vibration. Like this, the vibration is passed, right, till the listener's ears, right? So in this manner, a disturbance is transmitted. So this disturbance is the disturbance which is transmitted in a medium, okay, in a medium, by carrying the energy from one part of the medium to another part. by carrying you from one end of the bus to the other end. So just like that, this is a source of sound. So this is in ear. What is the medium in which the source of sound is present? Ear, right? So it will set the ear molecules into vibration. That means the disturbance, the wave. What is wave? Wave is actually nothing but the disturbance produced in a medium which carries the energy from one part of the medium to another part of the medium. In this case, from the source of the sound to the listener's ears, from one part of the medium to another part of the medium, without the actual movement of the molecules or the particles of the medium. In that example, did the passengers carry you on your shoulders and went to the last seat? Okay, I'll just carry you to the last seat. Do they ever do that? No. The passengers don't themselves come with you to the last seat to make you sit on the last seat, right? You only yourself go. They just make the way. That means when sound is traveling in a medium, so the wave, how do we define wave? It's a disturbance produced in a medium which transfers the energy from one part of the medium to another part. So when the sound energy is traveling from the source of sound to me, to my ears, the energy is being transmitted from one part to another part without the actual movement, that means without the transfer of the particles of the medium. The particles are not moving from this part to carry the energy. I am not saying the particles here, neighboring particles, when suppose this is the source of sound, this is vibrating, those particles themselves will not travel back all the way to carry the sound energy. What will they do? They will just pass on the vibration. They will set the neighboring molecules into vibration. This again in turn the neighboring molecules into vibration. Like this, vibration is passed. Okay? Now, as you have understood now how the sound energy is traveling, what is a wave? That means the particles are vibrating. This is a source of sound, say vibrating. It's setting the neighboring molecules into vibration. Those particles will vibrate. Again, the particles which are vibrating, say the ear particles, they will set the neighboring molecules into vibration like this. So the particles, when they vibrate, when the disturbance is propagating through the medium, this vibration can be of two types. If suppose, say, this is the direction of the propagation of disturbance through the medium. Sound energy is being transferred in this direction. And if the particles of the medium vibrate to and fro like this, that means see in parallel to the direction of the propagation of wave, then the wave produced is known as longitudinal waves. So, when the particles of the medium through which the energy is being transferred, if the particles of the medium, they vibrate, this is the direction of sound propagation. That means in this direction the disturbance is being transmitted in the medium. And if the particles of the medium vibrate to and fro like this, remember particles themselves are not moving while carrying the energy. They are just vibrating to and fro, the particles of the medium. The ear particles, for example, the source of sound is in ear. Then which particles will vibrate? Ear particles. Say it is in water, then you just know obviously that whatever medium it's kept, the particles or the molecules of that medium will be set into vibration. Now, what did I say? This is a propagation direction of sound through the medium, and this is how the particles of the medium vibrate. Then longitudinal waves. But if this is the direction of propagation of the disturbance through the medium, and if the particles vibrate to and fro like this, this is also kind of vibration. They are moving to and fro, vibrating. But see, how are the particles vibrating? They are vibrating perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the disturbance to the medium. Then they are known as transverse waves. Okay. Now, sound travels in the form of longitudinal waves. Let's see quickly how. Suppose, as I've shown you, say the scale is vibrating. When I was setting it into vibration, it was vibrating to and fro. Now, when it's moving like this, it's compressing the air molecules neighboring to it. It's compressing the air molecules. When you have just boarded the bus, the passengers in the front side, they will have to squeeze their way to let you pass. This air molecules now will be compressed, right? And that means they have received the sound energy now and they will start vibrating. Now what will they do? They want to return back to their position. They don't want to stay like that. So they will just pass on the sound energy to their neighboring molecules. So what will they do now? They will pass on the, see, when it's vibrating, it's moved like this and this, to and fro. So when it's like this, it will, the molecules near the ruler, see, they are getting compressed. Those molecules, the molecules here, molecules are being compressed. They are set into vibration. Now, what will they do? They will try to pass on the sound energy to the next set of molecules, right? So, that is when the ruler moves in this direction. Then, these molecules, they are free now, right? When you have crossed the first few passengers, those who have squeezed when you were passing through them, now when you have passed them, they will now relax. So, when the disturbance is carried on to the, that means initially, just see, when these molecules, say this is a speaker through which sound energy is produced. Your molecules are compressed here, okay? Molecules compressed, right? Because when it is vibrating, obviously the molecules near to it, you just imagine the case. Obviously they'll experience more pressure. So in this region, can you see then? What is more? Pressure is more as well as density is also more. Okay, I'll show in another diagram. Density, that means see the molecules are very closely packed with each other. Density, they are more densely packed. So density is more and they'll experience the pressure, right? As soon as they pass on the vibration to the neighboring molecules, now they will relax. Now they will relax. So, now pressure is released, density becomes less. See, they are now less closely packed, isn't it? Now the next set of molecules, they will now be compressed. Initially, this set of molecules were relaxing, basically. Now, this set of molecules will be compressed because the energy is being transmitted to them. Just imagine like this. So, when it's moving like this, these molecules are compressed, moving in this manner, they are relaxing. So, they will now be less densely packed, pressure is less, reduced. They will pass on the vibration to the next set of molecules. Those set of molecules now will face this thing which they have faced. In this manner, see, alternate regions of high pressure and density and low pressure and density are formed. So, if I want to draw it, how do I represent a wave? Like this. I represent a wave like this. Okay? So just see, alternate compressions, that means regions of, what are these? The region of where the pressure and density is more, right? And these are the regions where molecules are relaxing, where pressure and density is less. See, molecules are less closely packed. This is how we represent in the form of a wave. This denotes pressure of high pressure and density region. We call this compression, and this denotes this means that in a wave, this denotes the pressure of low pressure and density region. This is known as rarefaction. Region of high pressure and density, compression. Region of low pressure and density, rarefaction. That means sound travels in a medium in the form of alternate compression and rarefactions. Alternate, see, compression, rarefaction. Like this, they will travel. So in a wave, how do we then denote it? In a wave, we denote it, this region above the axis. This is 2 axes. Okay, we will learn about graphs more in the higher classes. Just try to understand a small bit of it. This portion is a high pressure and density region, compressions. This is the low pressure and density region and rarefaction. If I want to denote, if I ask you, I'll give you a diagram and say a tuning fork is can you denote A, B and C? Can you distinguish ABC region? Say a tuning fork is vibrating and it's producing sound energy. A denotes rarefaction. See, they are less closely spaced lines. B denotes compression. C denotes rarefaction. When they are less closely packed, rarefaction. When they are closely packed, compression. Okay, this is how sound wave can travel.